Hi, team. April of 1945 is going to become a very important change in leadership for not only Allied powers, but the Axis powers. So that's the subject of our screencast today. So, talk about the changes in leadership and how it leads to the end of war in Europe. Mussolini was a puppet leader. He didn't pan out to be the person that the Italian people thought he would be. He didn't have the strength of the military. Hitler was pretty much running the show throughout World War II. And when the Americans and their allied powers were invading Italy, the Italian people were looking to be liberated. They were looking to surrender. Mussolini had been arrested and forced to step down from leadership, but the Germans are going to free him and try to take Mussolini with them as they leave Italy, as the Allies continue to take over. The Italian people are going to find out about that. They're going to find out that Mussolini is deserting them, leaving them behind, and leaving with the Germans. And as he tries to escape in a caravan, they're going to find out that he's in there, pull him out along with his mistress and a few other advisors, take him to a square in Milan, and they're going to shoot and kill him. They're going to hang his body along with the advisors and his mistress, Clara Pataki, upside down, and they're going to leave it there for days, allowing people to come by to spit at the body, to throw things at it, to beat it with sticks, whatever they wanted to do. When Mussolini's body was eventually taken down, he was buried with a scepter and a crown. So it was supposed to be mocking him as a leader and his power. And when you look at images of him when he's buried and seeing him in his casket, his face and his chest are very swollen, and it's because the fluids in his body had been, drained from his legs and the lower half of his body, and were located now in the upper half. So my grandfather was a photographer in World War II, and he was there when Mussolini was killed, and he actually took photographs of Mussolini's death. So when I see you again, I'll make sure that I show them to you. But Mussolini now is dead, April 28th of 1945. Hitler gets word of what's happened to his fellow leadership with Mussolini, that he's been killed by his own people, and he does not want that to happen to him. He does not want that to be his fate. Hitler had created an underground bunker. If you look at the image on the left-hand side, you can see just the map of what it looked like. This is a recreation that's in a Berlin museum. You can't go into the bunker now. It's actually a parking lot in Berlin. There's a little memorial, that like plaque that says that Hitler's bunker is underneath there, but they're trying not to bring attention and support to Hitler during this time. So there's places for him in his bedroom and conference room, and for Goebbels, one of his supporters, to be there as well. And Hitler is going to commit suicide there by taking cyanide. He's actually going to test the cyanide out on his dogs and kill his dogs first, just to make sure that it's going to work. And then he is going to take it himself, and he's going to take it with his mistress. Hitler's so paranoid that the cyanide's not going to work and that he's going to be captured, that he's going to actually shoot himself as well. So the cause of death, I mean, probably both, because we don't know which one happened first. But he did poison himself with cyanide, and then he did shoot himself in the head. So now we've lost two leaders in the Axis side. Hitler, April 30th, and 2 days earlier is Mussolini. Sorry for the screaming children in the background. So the other major loss that we're going to see is going to be on the Allied side with FDR. FDR, President of the United States, April 12th of 1945. He is going to be a huge loss to the United States. He's been our president now for 4 terms. He won't finish his 4th term, but he's been reelected a 4th time. He's taken us through the Great Depression, World War II, and he's going to pass, unfortunately, just before the end of World War II. He was in Warm Springs, Georgia with his mistress, Lucy Mercer. If you look at the book on the right-hand side, it's a really fascinating book about their relationship and like how Eleanor was accepting of it. It's really interesting if you're looking for a good historical read. News is broken that FDR has had a brain aneurysm and that he's passed, and they have to keep it a secret because Eleanor's not with him. So they have to get the news to Eleanor first, and then Eleanor has to break it to their children before they can tell the American public. But as soon as the American public knows, Harry Truman is going to be sworn in, and it's very unique for a president and a vice president during this time because they don't spend a lot of time together. So Harry Truman is taking over as president, and he has no idea about the creation of the atomic bomb. He has made no decisions about the war, and now it's just been placed in his lap, and he has to deal with it. So what we'll do is we have one more slide left, and I will finish it in our next screencast. All right, have a great night.